Crypto's crashing, guys. What's going on? Is the bear market here? Are we there already? So let's talk about it, okay? So crypto is down big. Okay, Bitcoin has been selling off quite a bit. Pretty interesting what's been going on. Actually, SBF, he actually tweeted again. So I think that might be a little bit bullish. But right now Bitcoin's sitting at about 12,000, $112,000. Okay, good news is it is still up in September. Okay, so Bitcoin is still up in September about 3%, guys. So we're going to talk about the little crash that's been going on, what I think is going to happen over the next couple of weeks, couple of months. This is not the bear market. Okay, so I first of all just kind of quickly answer: is this the bear market? No. So for too long didn't read for you guys out there that want some quick answers. No, the bear market's not here. We know there were several reasons. Okay, we know with the Peel multiple, okay, that's a very popular statistic that we use, metric that we use to kind of gauge mining revenue throughout the course of the cycle. The Peel multiple is still low, so that's good. Okay, we haven't seen peak euphoria. Okay, actually, people are pretty bearish about crypto right now. So obviously, if this were the entering of the bear market, we would have to have a really euphoric bull run first, and then a dip into the bear market. So we haven't experienced that either. Sentiment is pretty bad across the board. People are bearish, getting impatient. September has been pretty brutal. Bitcoin was only up 3% this September, okay, where last September, okay, Bitcoin was up 7%. So I think a lot of people are kind of tapping out a bit, okay. It's been a long bull run. I expect October, November, and December to be really explosive. But it's really important, guys. It's really important that you understand that over the next couple of weeks, things are going to change drastically. There's going to be a lot of new money pouring into crypto. So just prepare for that. The best way to prepare for that is to have a set up portfolio allocation in advance. So figure out how much Bitcoin you're going to hold, whether you're going to hold Ethereum or some altcoins. Stick to your allocation. You need to probably rebalance your portfolio throughout the bull run so you don't get extended. What I mean by extended is you have too much money in like altcoins, and then that corrects maybe in 2026 in a potential bear market. So just make sure that you're adjusting your portfolio allocations along the way. You're not taking on too many altcoins as we pump, because I think we're about to head into altcoin season. All metrics line up. Okay, the Fed cut interest rates in September, and they are planning two more cuts. Okay, 25 basis points cuts. They're planning one in October and another one in December. So that's extremely bullish. Okay, historically, after a long Fed pause and then there's rate cuts, that's bullish. Okay, so bullish for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins as well, especially some of the smaller meme coins that I think are going to start taking off as the Fed lowers rates. Where should you guys be positioning yourselves? I think. Well, since we're not in the bear market, this is the time to scoop up, Bitcoin and Ethereum on the cheap, especially Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is really going to run. I like Ethereum too, but I think Ethereum has more chance of kind of like a pump and a dump, just like we saw with Bitcoin on 2017. So if you guys end up buying Ethereum and it runs up to like 6,000, 10,000, 15,000, and you don't take your profits, you could end up all the way back down. So that's why I feel like Bitcoin's a little bit more safer, a little bit more undervalued at this point. Okay, it seems like we've been sitting at around the 100K, 120K range for a long time. This looks like a prime time for a breakout. Now let's talk a little bit about this particular crash. So usually crypto kind of dumps off until it runs. Now when it's going to run? Well, I really think the second half of October. So historically, Bitcoin runs on the 42nd week of the year, which is about October 15th to 16th, depending on which calendar year it is, right? So I expect the next week or so to be bullish. Okay, a lot of people know about October. I expect from like the 24th to the 30th to be bullish, simply because people are getting excited. Once we hit October, I think Bitcoin cools off for a little bit on the first 2 weeks, and then October 15th, October 16th, right around that date range, we start running. This is the time to really get control of your emotions, because for you guys that are new to crypto, okay, this will be my second cycle. Okay, so for you guys, this is your first cycle. You probably have never made money this quickly before. I'm talking about Bitcoin moving up 50, 70% maybe. Ethereum could double, right? Some of these altcoins could 5, 10x, 20x. It's really important that you guys, first, when you figure out your allocation, you come up with a exit strategy. Okay, for me, my personal exit strategy is sell take some profits on Bitcoin and some of the Bitcoin related treasury company stocks I'm holding in late November, take some more profits in December, see what happens. Okay, a lot of people think Trump is going to extend the bull market. I don't know. Historically, Bitcoin follows a 4-year cycle. Until it breaks away from that cycle, I'm going to assume that's going to continue. So it's about taking profits in November, taking profits early December, sit back and see what happens. That doesn't mean selling everything, but selling a good chunk of it. You can always buy Bitcoin back in the bear market for cheaper, although I don't think Bitcoin's going to dip as much because of all the institutional buying. But this next week is critical. The last week of September is critical. You're going to see a lot of newbies exit the market. They don't understand the cyclical nature of crypto. They don't understand that Bitcoin does this, right? It's very cool, like very, quiet in August and September, and then October and November are very explosive. So if you do whatever you can, guys, if you don't need the money right now, do whatever you can to sit on your hands. Don't get liquidated out. Don't have too much leverage. And like I said, this is not financial advice, but be patient. Crypto is really about patience, okay? The best performing crypto wallets are people that bought Bitcoin 10 years ago and didn't do anything. And there's even a story about Kevin Durant. He bought some Bitcoin in 2016. He couldn't access account. Now he has these up a bit. So just realize that a lot of you guys need to lengthen your time frame. Don't expect crypto to go up in 1 or 2 months. Give it some time. It takes time for people to accumulate the coins. It takes time for institutions to buy. It takes time for companies to launch treasuries. All of this takes time. So just hang in there. I wouldn't worry too much. We're not in the bear market. Please subscribe to this channel. I'll let you guys know when we're in this bear market. We'll be posting a lot more videos on this channel, as things heat up. It's been pretty boring with crypto, let's be honest, for the last couple of months. Now things are starting to heat up. So I'm going to be posting more content on this channel. So be sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed this content. Hang in there. Like I said, right now, Bitcoin is still green. If we finish green this September, October should be pretty big. I'm expecting 20 to 30% gains, which means Bitcoin could be sitting anywhere from like $140,000 to $150,000 over the next maybe 30 to 45 days or so. So just hang in there. Everything should be okay. And I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video update. I'm going to just wrap this video up right now. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. And see you guys in the next one.